But you can get through here somewhat quietly, and that's what I do on a lot of my trips. I kind of stalk my way through the forest and kick up deer, whatever other kind of wildlife I can. And there is an art to doing this safely. You look down where your feet are going, you look up, you scan, you look down, you look up, you look down, you look up. And that's what you'll see me doing often as I'm going through the woods. I'm looking down and I'm looking up and I'm looking around, because that's the only way you're going to do it safely. I mean, this is an area that can have some dangers, whether it's biting, stinging insects or predators or the venomous timber rattler. You have to be aware of where you're putting your hands and feet, as well as looking into the distance to see where you're going, where you've been. And it pays to look back once in a while to kind of know where you've been. And I can see the line that I came through, and I can see where I'm going. And that's how I get through the woods. That's how you develop your jungle eyes for knowing the best way to go and remembering which way you came from. You're going to be looking down, looking up, looking around, and occasionally looking back. Choosing a landmark. Looking up, choosing a landmark. Looking around, remember what the terrain looked like, what the forest looked like. Was it thick? Was it thin? What kind of plants were there? All these are part of knowing how to navigate your way through the forest. Silly as it may seem, a method that I use is called watch your back. Now, I learned this growing up, as well as having worked in a prison and having been around mental patients. Good method, always watch your back. And when I'm out here, I employ that method also. When I sit down, I have something behind me that's going to protect my head, my neck, my chest. And I have full access to look around and keep an eye on things around me. Might seem silly out here to be doing that, but you never know. A predator that's going to pounce is going to come after your neck. So you want to protect the back of your neck. This is a great spot to sit from a security standpoint. I can see downhill quite a distance to the bottom of a ravine. I can look uphill, and in the distance I have a ridge line that I can see nice and open. Anything coming over that ridge line is going to be seen by me before it sees me. And going down this way, it drops down very rapidly into a marshy area. So my back's protected, my sides are protected over there, and over this way I can see in the distance. Nothing's going to come upon me before I see it or hear it. Being prepared to defend yourself in some way, I think, is important out here. Not only is a staff good for self-defense, but it also serves as something to spread brush around and check before you step. But yeah, with self-defense, something like this, natural motions, it's going to help you to defend yourself should the need come. But other items are very important also. Can of mace, very easily accessed, it's ready. Even if it's hanging like this, it's a natural body motion to get to this very easily. And that's what you really want, is a very natural motion to get to something. You don't want to have to contort your body, and you don't want extra steps to bring something out to defend yourself in a situation like this. You want something that's very natural, very smooth, very easy. Just grab it and it's there. Just grab it and it's there. And that's what you're looking for with self-defense. That is scat. Here we have a rodent tunnel in the ground that captured a nice print for us. See this track, pretty good size. There's the back foot. You see the back toe here and the front 4 toes. And here's the front foot. This would be a large opossum. See, it's got a pretty good size track there. Here's another example where a rodent tunneled through here and a deer stepped on that tunnel and it captured its print for us. Another thing you want to learn is stop, look, and listen. Very important. Here's another item that I carry for security as well as navigation, signaling, and it does have a small magnifying glass in it also. It's a $2 item. It's got a thermometer on the back. That might be good in some places. But yeah, it's a $2 item. Very common. I have several of them. This one I always keep in this pocket attached to the pack. When I start a journey, I take it off and I put it in one of my pockets, be it a chest pocket or a pants pocket, so I have easy access to it. I can reference my compass and I have a quick access to whistle. So that's just another idea. So I'm going to take this off and put this in my pocket now. And by the way, yes, I have that better compass in here. Always suggest having a good compass, but carry a cheapie to reference that, you know, if you lose it, oh well, you know, no big deal. I got my good one. But I have something I can access quickly and easily and always reference as well as that. Going through that swamp, I got chewed up a little bit and in the briars. There's just no way around it. I wanted to go a certain way and there was a lot of briars there, so. Ticks, chiggers, sand fleas, spiders. I get bit a lot. You go out where I go, this is what happens. This is from 3 weeks ago. I got stung by a hornet. It's still healing. I've tried many natural bug repellents. I've tried all kinds of things. And there are certain insects in certain places that I go that nothing's going to stop them except the strongest DEET you have. At least 40%. I would go with the 100%. But short of a mosquito net, a bodysuit, you're going to get chiggers, ticks, and mosquitoes. And you're going to get bit well in some of the places I go, no matter what you wear. So. I'm in a pretty gnarly place. It's kind of a dry cedar swamp. It's very mixed. It's got pines and hardwoods as well as the cedar. It's a little more open than some of the places I go. Big trees, really big. I mean, you can't tell by looking right here, but that's a big tree. I should go stand next to it. These are the kind of places I like to go. Kind of almost no one would come out here. Sure, there's a few naturalists that might, but for the most part, these places are never seen by anyone. So. I think it's the wind, but I keep hearing a little rustling, some snapping in the distance, probably trees. It's not much wind, I mean it's just barely moving. I like coming out here and just sitting still and listening, because you hear sounds and got to kind of try to figure out what's going on. Is it the wind, or is there some kind of creature out there? Did you hear that? There was no wind, but I heard a snap. There's wind over there, but there's none right there, and I heard a snap. It's getting a little late in the day. I'm going to start heading out. Make my way out of the swamp.